the great Henry Winkler, part of the brilliant cast of Barry series finale this Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern on HBO and Max. Back here on the program. I love what
you know what the difference is between HBO and Max?
What is it?
In HBO, you get a residual. At Max, as a streamer, you don't.
This is what it's all about
they
right now.
They changed it so that you don't get residuals.
But did they name Max after your son?
You know what? I think so.
Is that what it is?
I would.
I just didn't know if that
he
made
was
it
a
into
wonderful
demand.
fellow, and I don't know why they did that.
But it's just in time
HBO
for the finale.
has been around. You know, when I first got the call
Yes, sir.
to be on this show,
Yes.
they said Bill Hader, and I went, oh my goodness, Bill Hader. And then they said HBO, and I thought, it's so established, it's so respected, it has such great quality.
Mm-hmm.
I've never worked there. I'm excited. And now they call and go, hey, you want to be on Max? You and Max, you could go for a drink and make a TV show.
It does sound like that.
It does.
But I can toggle to the HBO spot on Max.
Yes.
Then I find
toggle. Who knows how to toggle? I want to turn on the TV and watch. I don't want to toggle.
I guess it's true. The extra toggling. It's a
yeah.
tough thing
I'm not a tech guy.
I know. So we'll talk about Barry in a second, but let's talk about. Hold on, wait for it. Your toggery. Let's talk about what you have on right now, Henry Winkler. Oh, hold on, but you're standing up. Turn around. Here we go. That's the actual art. Hey! That's the genuine article. Your Mahomes jersey signed by him.
And you know, I wore it here because it all started here. I would not have this or the experience or the joy of making those radio commercials for Kansas City without you.
Well, and if you didn't say, do I know Patrick Mahomes?
I understand.
That's where it all started.
But you picked it up and no pun intended, ran with the ball.
And this is the actual jersey he signed for you and gave to you.
It was the most adorable thing, if I may use that word.
Certainly.
This behemoth comes running across the field after the team meeting on the field. And he's smiling from ear to ear. And he says to me, I have a surprise for you. I'm so excited. And he gives me his jersey.
Yes.
I am speechless.
Now, normally that stuff would be framed and hung on a wall.
Yeah, well, it will be. But I did wear it during the Super Bowl in my house.
Okay.
Cheering. I also have a Funko doll of his.
Yes.
And the only thing that I would say to him is, what were the shorts he wore at the Met Ball? No, really. Hey, and I say that as a friend. Do you know? I mean, if I was there when he was getting dressed, I would have had a chat with him.
Because too revealing?
No, I don't know what it was. All of a sudden, he looked like he was going to the beach at the Met Ball.
Have you ever been to a Met Ball?
I have never been to the Met Ball because I don't look good in shorts.
That's not true. I've seen you on water skis.
Yes, that's true.
You know what I mean?
You know what? I had good legs then.
I know.
Oh,
way back in the day.
I want to tell you, from the belt down, I was amazing. I'm not kidding. But it was one of the great moments.
Yes.
I have met a lot of athletes. I've met a lot of wonderful people who have, made something of themselves on the universe. But to meet that young man and then to watch him play and then to watch him hurt and then to watch him run 6 or 7 miles with a hurt foot, a hurt ankle in order to take his team, Mr. Kelsey, Mr. Smith, and all of those wonderful players to the promised land, I thought was touching, amazing, inspiring.
And I thought it was neat, again.
And never calls for dinner.
That's the next step here, because that is the final piece of this puzzle.
Really?
Is for you to have him over for dinner.
I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, we're going to have to make something like that happen.
But he really is the deal.
Right.
When you're in his presence. Now, he came running over, and he's got a very big game to play.
Yes.
And he is talking to me like there is nothing else on on the planet that he has to do right now.
He's such good people. But you are too, and that's why it's pretty.
Yeah,
it's
but-
pretty neat, and the fact that you were able to be part of a special season too.
Wow, it was
For
amazing.
this moment to happen, and then his season happens.
It was great.
Absolutely.
But he played the way we talked about him when we first had that conversation here.
Yes.
He plays with this joy. He plays with this improvisation. He plays to win. He just is completely zeroed in
Yes.
on the task at hand. And then when I was there, Mr. Kelsey
Yes.
apparently was wearing the Chiefs family Fonzie
Yes, right.
T-shirt, but I didn't see him because I was taking a picture with all of the department's captains, coaches' wives.
Yes. He has a podcast with his brother that you'd be a perfect guest for. There's the football family Fonzie shirt.
That's it. That was but I now have it.
Yes.
But I never got to meet this wonderful man who was incredible on Saturday Night Live.
He wasn't
he not unbelievable?
He was funny. He was. He committed to every single bit that he had. I know he was terrific.
And he's got that twinkle.
Yeah. Did you ever host SNL?
I never did. I never thought that I was able to. When I was asked, I said no.
Why?
Because I really was not ready.
Come on.
I could do it now, but I couldn't do it then.
Why?
I didn't believe in myself enough to stand toe to toe with all of those extraordinarily funny people.
When was this? Was it the
This
Belushi,
was
Aykroyd, and all that?
right, absolutely.
That was it.
Yeah.
Really?
Couldn't do it. Now, Belushi and Aykroyd came to the 200th filming party of Happy Days, and we had our picture taken, and we got to sit down with them, and
What was that like?
it was lovely. When I heard Bill Hader, all I thought about was I watch Bill Hader every week on Saturday Night Live.
Sure, right.
The people we used to call Martin Short and Billy Crystal,
Yes.
after every show, because we enjoyed it so much.
What do you mean you used to call him?
We used to call them up and say, "Wow, what a great Saturday Night Live!"
And they'd pick up the phone
Yeah.
at 1 a.m. or something like that?
or either that,
Yeah,
or
or
I'd
next
leave a
thing.
message
Right.
and never hear back. But I didn't care. I didn't care.
But wow. Okay, so the 200, let me just go back to that. Henry Winkler here on the Rich Eisen Show. 200th episode of Happy Days.
Yes.
And there was a party where on the set
Yes,
here in Los Angeles?
No,
or-
it was.
Where was
it
it?
was on a soundstage, I believe.
Yes.
But not necessarily on the set.
Okay.
And they had a cake, and there was a jukebox involved. There's always a jukebox when I'm Fonz-like, and anybody. Can I just say to the family audience that's watching it, any one of you has the power to hit a jukebox and start it. I'm not kidding. As long as there is a man named Fred on the other side of the wall who plugs it in at the moment you strike the glass. It just goes on, and people think, wow, he is cool.
So is the Fonz and Fred that put the power?
It was Fred. Fred gave me the power.
And it was an actual plug?
It was an actual plug. He actually turned the sucker on. The greatest moment,
Yes.
I'm in an alley with Ron Howard playing Richie, and all of the lights in an apartment building are off.
Yes.
I hit the side of the building, and the entire building lit up. That is power.
Wow. Did Fred have something to do with that too? Or that was
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know. That could have been Ronald who was in charge of another kind of lever.
Another lever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But boy, that was one of my favorite things. That and sitting up in the forest with all of the chatter of the animals.
Yes.
And I couldn't sleep. And I just sat up. And I was very proud of myself because I had muscle at that time. I had a six-pack.
Yes.
And I could just sit up from a sitting position, a lying position. Cool it. And every animal went to sleep. There was not a raccoon chattering after that. It was great.
Oh my gosh. The 6-pack to help you get up.
Oh, I loved it. I was so proud. And I had to do it twice. I could just, wow. Come on. I thought that was
Cool it.
something. That's as athletic as I got.
That's it?
That was it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I played softball. You know, Gary Marshall thought if we played together, we stayed together. We were a stronger
Yes.
unit on the soundstage.
Okay.
And so we traveled all over the world playing softball.
Is that right? What was your position?
I
Henry?
pitched. I couldn't catch very well. I couldn't bat very well. But I knew if there was a pop-up, I just left the mound. And Freddie Flocks, one of our writers,
Yes.
came running out from
Yes.
second base and caught the ball. If it was hit toward me,
Yes.
I just turned my body, and I was black and blue for 7 years. But I stopped the ball.
So who hit cleanup? Did Tom Bosley hit cleanup?
Ron, I think Ron
Ron
did.
Howard?
Or Donnie Most. I
Donnie-
mean, they were really good athletes.
Really?
Ronnie could play every sport.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I
He was
didn't
great
know
at
that.
basketball. He was just an athlete.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you would not know that with those ears.
Did you play like other TV shows or anything like
We
that? or-
did. We played agencies, you know.
Okay, sure.
Agencies.
Yes.
We played the agents from CAA.
Okay.
We played other TV shows.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Rhino Records we played.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Every Sunday at Hazeltine Park in the Valley.
I'm going to take a shot at this one. Henry Winkler, were you ever in the Battle of the Network Stars?
Never.
Never did
No,
that?
I never did that.
Why not? Just
It didn't seem to be a winning proposal. I don't, you know, it would have been nice to see some of those young ladies in shorts, but it just seemed like
I understood. I get it.
I had to be on a team that won or get out of here.
Understood. Howard Cosell opining about the running style of Adrian Barbeau. That was not.
No,
That was not.
that was fun to watch. You know, you would have to say, Howard, what kind of problem do you have? This is Adrian Barbeau. She was a looker.
That's it.
Probably is
I
still,
remember
but-
that. I just remember those. Let's talk about Barry.
Barry.
Winkler. Let's talk about Barry.
I am one of the luckiest men ever to sit in this chair. That show was given to me as a gift.
And the character, when you first heard about the character you're playing, what was your first thought about how you were going to play Gene Cousineau?
You know, from the moment we started in 2016 until the moment we finished in November, the beginning of December 2022.
Yes, sir.
You had an idea of what you were going to do
Yes.
because that's your job as an actor. And Bill and the co-creator, his co-creator, Alec Berg, would take you on a completely different journey.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, this season in particular.
And so what you did was you stopped thinking you could outsmart them and just listen.
right.
And they took you to where you had to be.
And, you know, last time you were on, last summer, you were talking about a scene that was upcoming in the final
Yeah.
episode that
With Robert Wisdom.
right where you went to a spot that was particularly
His garage.
right.
When we in my mind, this is what happened. We went to rehearse it. Well, we didn't actually rehearse it. We went to look at the space we were going to be in, and it was a full garage. And we went to get our makeup, and we got into our costume. We came back, and it was empty, except for 2 folding chairs and the crane. Not one crew member, which is unheard of.
Right.
They were all outside of the garage. It was Robert, me, and the crane.
That's it. Wow. And that, you know, obviously came through in the scene. And it in terms of what the show has become, I have written here the original synopsis for the show.
Yes.
And it doesn't look anything like what this current
Right.
season is about. A hitman from the Midwest moves to Los Angeles and gets caught up in the city's theater arts scene.
Right.
That's what it was originally about.
Right.
Now, obviously, it's gone on a totally different journey
But
for
they
you.
promised us
Yes.
they would never repeat season to season.
Right.
They wrote themselves into a corner. I thought to myself, how are they going to get out of this corner?
Yes.
And the next season was some same, but mostly different. And they walked right out of that corner into another corner at the end of the third season. And here we are in the fourth season.
Yes.
And that this Sunday is mind-blowing.
It is.
Yeah?
And
He told me,
yes.
Bill said, in the middle of the season, he said, well, we finally broke the 8th script because we only do 8.
Mm-hmm.
Want to know how it ends? I said, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He told me. And I'm a pretty verbal guy.
Yes.
Speechless. I just, I made noise.
Yes.
And then I went and had some avocado toast. I didn't know what to do. And then I had to keep the secret.
Yes.
From October until now.
Until this coming
Yeah.
weekend. Henry Winkler here on the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, we have put together a couple of scenes here and want to put you into the role of Gene Cousineau, if you don't mind.
I don't.
We have across the way Chris Brockman, who you've met a couple of times
I
on
have.
this show. You just came back from which charity golf tournament did you just come back
The
from?
Kevin Rahm in Jacksonville.
All right. And
St. Jude.
And he played in a fivesome. It's a celebrity tournament.
Sure.
He was invited to play as the celebrity. And interestingly enough, he was categorized as an actor, which surprised all of us in the same way that it does seem to surprise you.
I'm in shock right now.
Correct. And your credits are very few and far between, right?
I was in an episode quickly of The League back on FX.
Okay.
Did a small cameo in Dave, and I've done a few plays.
Okay, so there you have it. Good enough, right?
Good enough.
Okay, so and I've been
Especially for Cousineau.
Yes.
You pay in cash on time, and I think you are golden.
There you have it.
You could be the Brad Pitt of the sports world.
I knew we had the right person to bring this up. TJ, who's behind your right shoulder, you've been in how many credits do you have?
There's like 3 or 4. Just married a few years ago. I was in Lil Abner in high school.
Just with my back to the gentleman.
Yes.
I hear the theater in him.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. And then
I've been told I emote quite well. So.
I have a handful of credits. CSI Miami.
There you go.
I've just received a 1 cent residual check
Yes.
from that.
Isn't that the craziest thing? You get a residual check. Now it's printed. It's in an envelope. It's stamped.
Yes, sir.
And it's 1 penny.
1 penny. It was 49 cents less than the stamp that was on the envelope that was
unbelievable.
That was sent to me. So what we have done to ask you to rate our acting skills live here on this program.
Yes.
We have chosen a couple of scenes.
Terrific.
TJ has got a soliloquy. Chris and I have an exchange.
Okay.
TJ is first for you, Henry Winkler, to play the role of Gene Cousineau. This is a soliloquy that you may remember from Season 3, Episode 15 that aired in 1976 of Happy Days.
Oh, my goodness.
Called, what's it called again? Dance?
The dance?
Okay.
Something to that effect?
I had it written down here. Oh, gosh. I had it written down.
The title is not as important as the performance.
Okay, very good. So this is the episode where Mrs. C has asked the Fonz to dance with her in a dance contest.
We did the tango.
Mr. C was thinking that she was having an affair with somebody, and eventually they all come together, and the idea is that Mrs. C doesn't want to dance now, and then you step on the stage.
Gotcha.
TJ Jefferson, you have the floor.
Okay. Hey, now, wait a minute. I don't understand something here. I practice all week until I limp home. I gotta soak my feet. I spent $18.50 on a monkey suit. 2 nerds come to my room, lock me in my bathroom, and start calling me names. Sherlock Holmes here chases me and starts yelling at me. Cunningham, hey, Cunningham over there. He starts threatening me with physical violence. Shortcake kicks me in the leg. And you want to go home happy? Let me tell you something. You're not going anywhere, lady. The Fonz wants to dance.
Wow. Wow.
What do you think, Henry?
I think that I'm very lucky he was not around when I auditioned.
Okay.
That was great.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
You got the meaning of it. You understood it. You made us understand it.
Yes, sir.
That I'm telling you.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Well done, TJ.
Hey.
Straight from
That-
Gene
oh,
Cousineau himself.
And I remember that.
What do you remember about that?
I remember everything. I remember learning to dance with Marion, who I adore.
Yes.
One of the great women of the 21st century. I remember that soliloquy. What are you talking about? I did all this stuff and you want to go over there? Hey, let me tell you something, lady. The Fonz wants to dance.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So
But he got it all.
I told you, commit, right? That's the
Commit.
idea,
That was
right?
it.
Isn't that right?
That was it.
Just commit.
Had to commit to it.
Very good.
Well, I couldn't disappoint Mr. Winkler.
Uh-oh. Well, we've got our hands full.
Here we go, Rich Eisen.
Okay, this is a scene from The Waterboy.
Yeah.
I play Coach Klein.
Yes.
Chris, the actor in question, as Bobby Boucher. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
All right, this is the scene where you meet Bobby for the first time. This is the play. This is the play, okay? Once the quarterback has the ball, he fakes to the left. No, he fakes to the right. He doesn't fake. He thinks about faking. He pretends to fake. I don't know where I am. I can't breathe. Or the room is getting smaller. I have to sit down.
Hang on. Take some water. All right here.
This is good. This is much better than what I serve.
That is the water that you serve your players?
Uh-huh.
It is imperative that you allow me to be your water boy.
I can't hire you. I can't hire anybody with the...
You do not have to pay me. I will do it for free. Just promise me that you will never distribute the contents of that jug to any human person.
That's a deal.
That's a deal. Thank you so much, Coach Klein. I will not let you down.
Okay. All right. Be brutal. Be honest.
Okay.
Be honest.
That was great. You were in The Waterboy, and you were in the Iceman Cometh. You know what? You should do that scene again, or at least the top of it.
Okay.
You should do it again. You have to talk with your outside voice. You know? Yeah. You have to use a little more. What do you want? You want to work for him, right?
Okay. Yep.
You want to work for him, and you
Yes, sir.
are panicked.
Okay.
You cannot just be in your sweater, in your chair.
Okay. I'm out of my sweater. I'm out of it. So do it again?
I
Take it
say do it again.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go.
Which, a note, by the way, you did not get, TJ. Congratulations.
well done, man.
All right, here we go. So from the top? Or?
From the top.
Okay. This is the play. This is the play, okay? Once the quarterback has the ball, he fakes to the left. No, he fakes to the right. He doesn't fake. He thinks about faking. He pretends to fake. I don't know where I am. I can't breathe. Or this room is getting smaller. I have to sit down.
Hang on here. Take some water. All right there.
This is good. This is much better than what I serve.
That is the water that you serve to your players?
Uh-huh.
It is imperative that you allow me to be your water boy.
I can't hire you. I can't hire anybody with the...
You do not have to pay me. I will do it for free. Just promise me that you do not distribute the contents of that jug to any human person.
That's a deal.
That's a deal? Thank you so much, Coach Klein. I will not let you down.
Now, come on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was how much better was that scene?
Yeah.
It was very much
It was
Thank
better
you.
the second
I thought
time.
you were better.
done.
I thought
Well done, Rich
I
Eisen.
thought you were less Mike Tyson in that one.
I have to say, I think everybody did a great job.
Thank you.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
You did.
You're not just saying that, are you?
I'm not just saying that. No,
Okay.
no.
That's our way of honoring you. We hope.
I feel
Yes.
completely honored. I do. How much fun was it to be in that movie?
Oh my gosh.
When was that movie released? 1990?
1999, I
99,
think.
I think.
Hold on a minute. Let me have
98,
it.
99. I was a freshman in college.
You think so? 99?
Yeah.
It is still. People talk to me about that movie
98.
as if it was just released.
Just released.
Just released. I think that is like his most famous movie.
Did he ever get you to crack at all, or no? Not
Oh
really.
my God, he is so funny. But you know, he is also so serious. He's in charge of every detail. You know that bit where I'm kind of like, waving and talking to the baby and waving and talking to the dolphin. He had about 1 million of those, and he just stood in front of by the camera and said, "Okay, now you're talking like a baby. Now you're talking to dolphins. Now you're..." And then in the editing room, they pick what's the funniest. Really. And what about me standing in high heels with a phone that's not attached to anything? I literally did not know what I was doing. I said, "What is this?" He said,
Did you say no to anything, or you just yes for
You
everything?
don't say no, no. Yeah. Unless it goes against your entire Gaderum, you don't say no. Because they have a vision, and your job as the actor, with your imagination, is to help them create their vision. And this man is a brilliant creator.
So he said, "Trust me."
Yeah. He is a brilliant, brilliant creator. He's in charge of every detail. He knows what he wants. It works. And, when I first got the job, they wanted me to wear a pork pie hat, which I wound up wearing.
Yeah.
I believe in that picture. I wanted to wear a baseball cap. I thought I was going to wear a baseball cap like a coach.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, "I'm going to wear a baseball cap." And they said, no. Adam wants you to wear a pork pie hat. And I didn't realize at the time, they're not telling me. They are telling me that you're going to wear this. That's what Adam wants.
And it worked out.
It worked out.
People are still talking to you about
Yeah.
it. Henry, you are a joy. I do not take for granted that you come here and you tell stories.
love being
and,
here.
And I heard you were telling us stories about us on other shows, about your relationship with Mahomes. And it truly means the world that we were able to do this for you. And
It was.
You know.
It started in this chair. And I have had the most wonderful ride because of just a quip I threw at you.
Right. And it all worked out.
Yeah.
And now here you are in your Mahomes signed jersey and your Nantucket Reds, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then let's get this dinner on the books.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Thanks for coming in, Henry
What
Winkler.
a pleasure. I'll see you soon.
You bet. And I'll see you on Barry, the series finale this Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern on HBO, and then on Max. You can check it out, available right here on Roku. Henry Winkler at HWinkler4 real on Twitter, right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.